Hello.
Hey, Rose.
Hi.
Congrats. That was amazing victory. Nice job.
Thank you.
Talk to us about that a little bit, how good it felt, because we talked earlier in the week about, a little bump in the road that you had last summer, but you felt like you were back and ready to prove something this time.
Yeah, it feels really good to have my team all together and in the corner. Yeah, I don't know. I just was flowing out there. I had a little bit of I had to get my movement kind of, I felt like I made a few mistakes in the first round, but I just had to stay calm and go back to the corner and just take a deep breath. And the second round, I knew it was going to come together.
You were the betting favorite in this fight, but still it felt like a lot of people completely overlooked you, like it was sort of a situation of what have you done for me lately, and she had done something lately and you hadn't necessarily.
Right.
Did it feel like that to you? And if so, how vindicated do you feel getting a win the way that you did?
I don't know if it necessarily felt like that strongly to me, just because I don't really pay attention to that stuff anymore, It used to have an effect over my life, but I don't really pay attention. I mean, my phone has been off like almost the entire week. So to me, just eliminating those outside voices is the best, and just listening to you. And but yeah, that's kind of like what I expected, It's just part of the business. That's just how people think. The hardcore fans that are, about me, they always are going to support me. And I think that they're always going to, know that I'm capable of greatness. But, yeah, I think that the kind of uneducated fans is the ones that's kind of behind the hype trains and stuff like that. But I don't know if she really had a hype train, because I mean she had a spectacular performance. I mean she was glowing at the weigh-ins, she's on point. I take nothing away from her. She was ready, and I knew that going into this fight. So yeah.
In terms of what to expect physically from her in the fight, she seemed to have a strategy of going after your knee. And in the second round, it seemed like you were kind of slapping at your knee and slapping at your leg as if you were inviting her, you know what, keep doing this because it doesn't bother me. Was that what you were trying to sort of say with that?
Yeah, definitely shutting down people's best, weapon is definitely the key to beating your opponents. And that was kind of my way of doing that. I actually planned on doing that beforehand because I knew she was going to do that. I know that Jackson camps, they like to attack the knees like that a lot. John Jones is pretty notorious for that. So, it still was messing me up too. I knew she was going to do it, but it was just really quick. And it was kind of throwing me off just a little bit. But I just made it up in my mind that that's not going to bother me. It's just a defensive tactic. I'm not going to let that break me. And I'm going to break her with it, knowing that it's not bothering me.
When Dana was in here earlier, he said he believes you are indeed, ready for another title shot. Can you just kind of reiterate what kind of plan you have? I mean, are you ready for that to be the next one? If you need to take one or two in the meantime, is that what you're willing to do? What's the situation?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to get too specific just right this second, but I changed all my email and computer passwords to ANU 2017, so that's kind of just what I have in mind, just that general goal. So sometime it's before the year's over with, but I don't want to put no specific stamp on it just yet. Yeah, I didn't change all my passwords, but almost all of them. You gotta tell yourself these things.
Rose, the big kick that landed, that really that changed the fight and hurt Michelle. Can you tell me a little bit about what you saw, maybe in the moments leading up to that showed you that maybe she was open, and then when you landed it, can you take me through that?
Yeah, specifically, I remember. I think it was almost two different instances, but one in particular, I remember she was kind of pulling away from a clinch or some type of exchange, just that distance from that A to B range or whatever. And I went to go throw a right hand, and it barely just missed her face. So I knew, or at least my body knew. I don't know if I particularly planned for it, but my body just kind of took over and knew that range was there with the kick rather than the punch. She was just leaning a little bit too far, and then I hesitated right at the right time. It was just perfect. It was just, perfect.
Any other questions?
Thank you, guys.